Hi, my name is Troy Humphrey, and I'm owner of appmkr.us. It's a web-based system where you can go on and you can create your own apps. You can either create your own personal apps, or you can create apps for other people to buy and sell and stuff like that. And you can also just make them so you can upload them to the Google Play Store, the iOS store, and have people download them. I actually have a son. He's 10 years old, who's actually used my system to actually create his own video game, sort of like Angry Birds. And we have it in the Google Apps store, the Google App Store. And he has some of his friends who's downloaded his game, and they're playing it on their phones. It's actually pretty fun. He's pretty excited about it. So what I'm going to do is, this is the first episode, and I'm going to jump right in. I'm going to start building a app for myself. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to incorporate like my Facebook, Twitter accounts and stuff like that. And anything else that I want to add into it. We can add games and all kinds of stuff. So let's just jump right into this. So once you go to appmkr.us and you sign up, you can click over on where it says App Builder. And once you click on the App Builder, it brings you in. You log in. There's approximately, I think, 68 templates right now that you can actually go in and choose different templates. Like this one here, it's called Angry Games. This is the one that my son actually built. He's called his Angry Crap. He's 10 years old. So, and basically what you do is you fling poo. So there's a bunch of different ones in here. There's 17 pages, and there's several on each different pages. So there's real estate, radio stations. So if you do, you can do live broadcasts, you can do podcasts, and stuff like that. So if you do any podcasting, you can actually connect it to your podcast account. So when you post a podcast, it automatically goes in and it creates content on your app. So once your app is all created, everything that you do, it automatically goes in there and does it for you. I just want to go through a couple of these ones here. There's one for weddings, restaurants. You can do menus, coupons. There's all kinds of stuff. And I'll go in through there in just a minute. There's a taxi cab, health and fitness. There's calculators that you can use. There's just all kinds of stuff in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go right back, because I like starting from fresh. So I'm going to go back to the very first page, and I'm going to click on, and I'm going to create a blank template. Once in here, what I want to do is, when I build apps, it's a lot easier for me to get an app on the Google Play Store than it is on the iOS store, just because I don't have a Mac, and you can get into all kinds of stuff like that. But I have a Google Play Store account. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an app for an Android. When you create an app with inside App Maker, you can build it for an Android. Once you're done with the Android one, you can convert it to an iPhone app, to an iPad app, to a Kindle app, and then a web app or an HTML5 app to use on like Blackberries and Windows phones and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually start on an Android device. And then once you're in here, you can actually choose what type of device you want. They have a lot of the older ones like HTC Desire and stuff like that. But basically what it is what size of an app that you want to create it for. I'm going to go in, I'm going to do it for like a Nexus 5. I'm going to start with that. And at any time you can change any of this. So I'm going to use this template. I had this application ID, what I want to call this app. So basically what I'm going to do is, when you upload this to the Google Play Store or anything like that, this is the name that it's going to use to install on people's phones. So I'm just going to call it Troy Humphrey, where that's my name. And then here, what platform do I want to use? iPhone, iPad, Android, Kindle, or web app? Like I said, I'm going to start it with an Android app. And inside here, the next step is what kind of tabs. All this stuff here, you can actually go in and you can change this later on. But what kind of tabs do I want to use? I can do no tabs, standard tabs, or custom tabs. I actually personally like custom tabs. So I'm going to click on custom tabs and hit on next. So the base theme, do I want light with dark bars, light and dark? I mean, there's all kinds of stuff in here you can choose. And again, you can go back and you can change it at any time. I'm not going to add any content style anymore at this time. You can actually, I'll show you how to do app icons. You have a splash screen, and then you have the different pages that you can add to your app. I'm not going to add any additional apps, pages at the moment. I'll show you how to do that in just a few minutes. I'm going to click on next. So here we are. This is actually the place where we're actually going to go in. We're going to actually start creating an app. So like I said, this one here, let's see if I can widen my screen a little bit there. It's a little bit easier for me to see, and you might be able to see it a little bit as well. So I'm going to start on my tab 1. On tab 1, what do I want it to do? I mean, I can do all kinds of different things. Currently, I have 4 tabs that I can choose from. And then again, I can go and I can add more tabs and stuff like that as well. So the first page I'm going to just leave for now because I don't know exactly what I want there. Let's go to tab 2. So from tab 2, I'm going to click on the edit button. And then once I'm here, I can actually click and drag and add things and stuff like that to create a page, almost like HTML and stuff like that. If you use like page, front page or anything like that, you can just drag and drop. You can edit the HTML and CSS and stuff like that. But what I want to do is I want to actually convert this page. And from here, it's going to give me a list of different things I can convert it to. There's over 300 items here that I can choose from. I can do it this way here. I can click on the grid view, and basically it's going to show me the layout of exactly what the page is going to look like, or what type of page I can create. I can build, like these here are going to be menus that you can use. Let's see, there's going to be, there's calculators, audio streamers, audio players, calendars, countdown timers, favorites. You can put in jQueries. You can do charts and forms and logins and polls, purchases, radio streams, shopping carts. Let's see what else we got here. Announcements, which we're going to add. I'll show you that. That's awesome. There's if you're into fitness or anything like that, you can create a fitness app. You can actually put in a BMI calculator so people can see what their BMI is. You can do signatures and stuff like that, emails, email attachments, directory. You can actually put in a Dropbox into this. So if you have an app that you want to use for your business, or if you have an app that you want to be able to share with your group or your marketers, affiliate marketers, or anything like that, you can actually create a Dropbox and put it in your app and actually be able to share files with everybody that you have. Let's see what else we have here. There's a messenger, so you can actually create your own personal messenger. So anybody who uses the app can actually message back and forth with each other. Like I said, you can do orders and stuff like that. So if you can create an app for a restaurant, you can actually create a page where you can actually scan documents and you can send them to wherever you want to send them to. You can do a slot machine, an SMS system, a media list. It just goes on and on. You get voice recorders. Oh, so you take notes. This here, I know you can't see this really well. If you watch a replay, which I really highly suggest, the screen will actually be full screen if you watch it online or on your phone or tablet, anything like that. So you can actually see the full screen. You should be able to see a lot of things a lot better. Let me just step on this here really quick here. This stuff is amazing, and this is how you can make a ton of money. It's what's called like geo pages. You have check-ins like Foursquare, stuff like that. You can build a restaurant, an app in your area. You can do a location finder, so it brings up a map. There's maps, nearby locations, and for Apple or iPhones or iOS devices, you can use the globe. What's awesome about this is you can do what's called geofencing. So if you have a map, let's say if you have a map, I'm going to do like restaurants. I've built an app for restaurants in my local area. There's about 20 restaurants in the small little town that I'm in. So what I can do is 3 pizza places that are all within, within half a mile each other. So I can actually put a geofence around one of the pizza places. So everybody who has my app that drives by that pizza place is going to get a pop-up notification. So basically, it's having somebody go up there by the road and knock on everybody's window and give them a flyer. So basically, yeah, so it's actually pretty good. And I can go into that later on the later date. But there's camera covers, which is really cool. So everybody's used the app where you can actually take a picture and then you can superimpose it into like Time Magazine or anything like that. So there's pieces on here where you can actually create that into your app. So it's pretty cool. So what I'm going to do on this one here is I am converting this one to a Twitter page. So I'm going to click on Twitter. And I'm going to click on convert. Now, there's different ways that I can do this. Is I can create a complete page with it, or I can create a different page and I can just make links that go to it. So this seems to be, it's going to take just a second to load. So as you can see now, what it's done is actually is created a new page or converted the page over to a Twitter. So my page URL. So what I want to do is I need to find my page URL. So I'm going to open up Twitter. I'm going to log into it. And then I'm going to go up to the top here and I'm actually going to click and copy. So this one here is https ://twitter.com/ and then your username. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take that in here and I'm going to paste the URL. And I'm going to click on save. And it is saved. So I'm going to click on done. So now that the Twitter is in there, and the thing of it is through this here, you can't actually see. Yeah, I haven't, I don't know anything about Udemy. I know what Udemy is. I just haven't done anything with it yet. So what I'm going to do is, where I can't actually do that, I can't show you what it's going to look like. I'm going to bring it up on my phone. The good thing of it is when you bring it up on your phone, you can load it on your phone. It doesn't matter if it's, this one here is actually an Android device. I can actually bring it up on one of my iOS devices as well. Let me just make sure that the software is installed in here, and it is. So this is my iOS device. Even though that I'm building this currently for an Android device, I can actually load it on my iOS device without actually installing it. And it's what's called app system control. So what this does is it logs into my account, and when it does that, I can, all the apps that I've worked on, I can actually bring them up and look at them. So I'm going to go in here. And as you can see down the bottom, let's see if you can see that. Down at the bottom here, this is my app that I'm working on. So I'm going to bring that up. I do not have a splash screen at the moment. So I'm going to preview it. And it's loading. It's you know, it has a splash screen and everything, so it's just loading up there. So now it's ready. As I showed you a few minutes ago, when I created this page, I created it on page 2. I did not want to create on the first page. So I'm going to click on the first one down here. See if you can see that. Actually, let me do this. Let me. So what I'm going to do is, so now you can see that. Now you're going to see that I'm going to get all messed up. So what I need to do is on this is I'm going to turn off my green screen, so you can actually see the green screen behind me. So now that you can actually see without getting all messed up. So here's the app that I'm working on here. So this is the tabs at the bottom. You have your 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I'm going to click on the second one here. And what this is going to do is, like I said, this is my Twitter account. So what it does is it automatically pulls in my Twitter account. So, I mean, what good use is that, right? So basically, you know, building an app for myself is, and maybe I should build one for this show, right? So you can actually download this, and you should be able to watch all the old episodes that I have on here and see anything else that I've added to it. So by adding my Twitter account, people can go right, if people have my app or anything like that, then they can just go to my Twitter account right through there. They don't have to go into Twitter and stuff like that. But the good thing of it is when they're in there, they can actually, you know, use their Twitter account while they're in there, which is really cool because it's a secret tip. If you do advertising on your app, okay, while people use your app, they can go to Twitter, and they can use Twitter, they can use Facebook, they can use all that stuff. And while they're in there, it's your ad. It's right on the bottom of Facebook and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to build a page. I'm actually my tab 1. I'm going to go in. I'm going to click on Edit. And I am going to convert this page. I'm going to convert it into a, click on the grid view here, into a menu. I'm just trying to see what kind of menu I want to use. There's different menus you can have on here. That's the only thing is when you're working on this, it's sort of like working in a candy store or going to buy some candy. You don't know which one you want to use. Now, once I pick one, I can actually go in and I can change it. But you don't want to do that, because what it does is when you create something, it puts all the files into your app. Now, you can go in, you can take them all out, and I'll show you that in just a moment. So I'm going to go in here, and I am just going to, I'm just playing around, so I'm going to pick something really quick. Let's go in. How about this one here? It actually looks like a Windows phone. So I'm actually going to create that. So, and I'm going to click on Save. I'm going to click on Done. So what that's done is actually created that front page for me. And then so what I can do is in my app, I can go in here and I can resync my app. So what it does is it downloads all the files off from my server. And then you find out it doesn't look good on a phone. So that's my iOS phone. I'm going to do the same thing on my Android phone. I'm going to see how it loads onto this one here. Well, I am actually logged into a different account on here. So you can have, I have a different account as well. So I'm going to log into the one that I'm working on. All right, so I'm in the correct one now. So I'm going to load up my app. Is bringing in all the service, all the everything that it belongs in there. So on here, it doesn't look as bad, right? Actually, it looks all, you can't, the green screen. So I'm going to turn the green screen off again really quick, just so you can see it. But this just shows you that by checking it out on an iOS or anything like that, let me bring up the full screen here. See, so now it looks actually on a Windows phone. Like I said, I can take off the top margin there. I can take off a bunch of stuff. So, you know, this is what it looks like when it first boots up. Let me turn it back over. So this first one here where it says, I'm going to actually click on this one here. I want to edit pages. And I want to add edit tab 1, which is actually, it shows me what it is. So this is the one here. I'm going to go in where it says click to edit image. I'm going to click on it. Over on the right hand side, image. And here's all the files in here. I don't have the actual image that I want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down and then I click on resource search on Google. So I'm just going to click on here. So you don't actually have to get out of the app to find images that you want. So I'm going to put in Twitter logo. And I'm going to do a search for it. So what it does is here are all the images for, it's just like going to images.google.com. Okay, so let's say if I want to use this bird here, I'm going to click on it. And it is a transparent background. So I'm going to click on add to resources. So here's my bird. I'm going to choose it. And as you can see, it puts it right inside of the thing there. So now I'm going to click on this again. And I don't want it to say go to page 1. I'm just going to go down and visit me on Twitter. And then I'm going to click and so it's going to link to, and it's actually tab 2 where I'm going to. So I'm going to click on save. And then I click on done. And then from within the app here, you know, the online app, I can actually click on the bird and it's actually going to bring me to my Twitter account that's on the app. And like I said, inside the app here, you're not going to see what it's going to look like. So what I will do is bring up my full screen. I'm going to reload or resync my app. So what it does is it brings in all the new files that I just worked on. Some of the times when you just create a new file or you update a new file, it could take up to 30 seconds to a minute to actually process through the system so your phone can download it. So this is what's awesome is as you're building it, you can test it on your phone. And like I said, you can test it on your Android device, you can test it on an iOS device, and you do not have to keep uploading it to your phone and downloading it and testing it and stuff like that. You can actually test it in real time on your phone. So as you can see here, so now I have the little bird that's right there. I'm just going to click on it. And so now what it's going to do is going to open up my Twitter page. So this is my Twitter page. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do really quick, I'm going to show you one more thing, and this is really important to when you create an app. Is what you want to do is, I mean, especially if you make an app that's for free, you got to make money somehow, right? You got to be able to do something. So what I'm going to do is I only have 4 pages here, so I'm just going to click on. Actually, let me show you what I'm doing. I'm going to pop it up over here so you can see it a little better. So what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to click on the little plus sign. And then from over here, like I said, there's over 300 items that you can add inside your app. So there's a ton of different things in here. So what I want is I'm looking for what's called notifications. Or what's it called in here? Not Messenger. Oh, look at that. I forgot what it's called. So what I'll do is I'm going to click on the grid view because I can see it a lot better. I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to look for it this way. So you can even do QR codes, barcodes, coupons, GPS coupons, loyalty cards. That's big. You can do RSS feeds, podcast feeds, create quizzes, add YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter. Let's see here. Where am I looking for? It's called announcements. I knew that. So I'm going to click on announcements. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here to the end and go to next. And what that does is it creates me an announcements page. I can call it different things. So this one here is actually it's going to be called. I'm going to leave it as announcements 1. Click on add page. And then click on save. Now what I can do is I'm going to click on done. And click on done here. So now that I've actually gone and I've created an announcement page, what an announcement page does is when I turn on push notifications, so everybody knows what a push notification is. If you don't, basically what a push notification is somebody installs your app and you want to tell them something, is better than emails. Emails, you can send them an email. Let me just give you an example. I sent out an email this morning to, I think, let's bring it up here. Here's my reports. So basically what I'm doing in this case here is I'm actually using MailChimp. For this email broadcast, I sent out 248 emails this morning. My open rate is 12.5% on this particular email at the moment. Actually, a lot of the customers that I have on this one here are across the globe, so it's really early in the morning over there. But yeah, so a 12.5% open rate with a 3.2% click rate. Now, that may not seem like a lot, okay? So basically the 12.5% open rate, I sent 248 emails, only 31 people have opened them so far. That's not a lot of people. And then the click-through rate is only 3.2%. So out of 248 people that I've emailed, there's only 8 people that clicked on a link. And again, this is people that's across the globe at the moment. So the open rate and the click-through rate on those aren't that great. I've had some on here 22%, 50%, that's a very high, um, targeted market that I have on that one there. But a lot of them have approximately between 21, 22, 19, 18% open rate. My highest click-through rate was like 9.8%. So what I'm getting at is when you send an email, you're going to get between 12 to 18, 20% open rate. Anything higher than that, you're actually really targeted. And you have a really good following. What I'm saying here is when you do push notifications, if you send a push notification to somebody, their phone's in their hand or in their pocket or anything like that. If you get a text, okay, basically a push notification is a text on your phone. And so if you get a text on your phone, basically you're gonna see what it says. So if you check it out online, you send a push notification or a text message, 98% of the people will look at your text or your SMS or your push notification within 4 seconds. 98%. That's a lot better than my 12.5%. And let's see, how long's it been? It was 10 o'clock this morning. It's for 5, 6, 7. In 7 hours, almost 8 hours, I get 12.5%. In 4 seconds with an SMS, you can get 98%. So when you get an SMS or a push notification through an app, especially on my iPhone or anything like that, a lot of the times they disappear. If I don't catch them or if they, disappear or anything like that, or I hit close, I don't know where they are. So with the announcements page on here, I'm going to build that's all built at the moment. Is you can actually make it so they can go and they can read all your announcements that you have posted. So let's say if you're trying to sell something or anything like that, you want to push an ad, you want to push affiliate link or anything like that, you can put that in an announcement and it'll pop up on their phone, and then they can click it right inside their phone. And if they miss it, or if they want to look at it again down the road, it's in your announcements and they can go back to the announcements and they can actually see what it was. So what I'm going to do here, I know it's not going to work at the moment because I don't have the push notifications turned on. I do not recall if it works through this system. I don't know if I actually have to have it installed on my phone. But I'll do one better than that. I'll actually open it up. Let me stop this one here. And I'm going to go, I'm only going to do this for a few more minutes. But before I go, I want to show you how to advertise and how you can create your own advertising platform. So my apps. So I have a few apps that I've built here. This is a couple of pages here. One that I have on my phone. I don't know if I have that one still on my phone. Oh, it's going to be on here anyway. So like main restaurants. So let's see if I don't have it. It's not in that one. I'll find it. Hang on just 1 second. This one's actually in the Google Play Store. I'm going to click on announcements. So let me open up bring up my screen here. So this one here, what it is this one's called the Herbie app that I've created. This guy, his name is Herbie Marin. He does meerkats and stuff like that. So this is the Herbie app, and basically I'm just going to run here really quick. So what I've gone in and I've created like Herbie slots. So you can play slots. Let's see what else I have in here. I have memory games, stuff like that. So basically what I want to do is I'm going to show you like the announcements. So anytime I send a push notification, what it does is it automatically sets it up so it saves the push notifications inside there. So if I sent an ad or a link or anything like that, that link's going to be in here the whole time, and people can actually click on it. And I don't think, So watch this. If you do any sort of broadcasting and you use the system Catch Me, he uses it for all of his stuff there. So with Catch, what's really awesome is we've incorporated Catch inside of his app. So when he does a broadcast, you can use it with Meerkat, you can use it with Periscope, and so every time that you broadcast and catches it, it actually automatically populates his app, so people cannot watch his old broadcast. As you can see at the bottom, I have my ad that's running down here. I don't know if you can see it as well. Come on. So this is my ad down here, okay? I can put ads, I can put interstitial ads, which is, it takes up the whole screen. Or I can just put these little ads down at the bottom here. I can do it through Google Ad Mobs, or there's a couple other ones that are offered in here where you can make pennies every time somebody clicks on it and stuff like that. But what you can actually also do is you can create your own advertising platform. So right inside of your system, you can just go and click on your profile. Actually, let me bring it up so you can actually see what I'm doing here. I'm going up to my name, and I'm clicking on profile, and I'll wait for it to pop up here really quick. And basically, what I do is I create small little ads. Actually, the 468 by 60 ads, the little banner ads, and I sell them. So people can actually pay me to put their advertising on my apps. So let's say if I put out 20 different apps, or 20 different apps, I can actually sell a package where you can have your ad on all 20 of my apps. So I'm going to go up and I'm going to click on my ads at the top right hand corner over here, and then manage ads. So right in here, there's a couple other ones. There's an app that I have created. This one's called the Hillbilly Weatherman. It's just one of the apps that I've made. And on this one here, I have my ad on there. And so far, I have had 12,880 impressions with 18 clicks on it. There's another one. This was called the Sonic Serve Ads, which I actually put that on several different apps that I have out there. Currently, with the impressions, I've had 33,112 impressions with 41 clicks. Now the click-through rate on those are very small because the apps that I've created are basically very niche specific, niche or niche specific. So the click-through rate is a little bit low on those, but you get the idea. You can actually go in and create your own advertising platform within your apps, so you can make money that way as well. And I'm going to do another one down the road. It's going to be the geofencing, and that one is huge. You don't want to miss that one. Make sure you just keep an eye out for me for when I do these, and you can actually just look me up and look at the replays as well. So basically what that is that is app MKR. in a nutshell. You can log in and create all your own apps. You can create unlimited apps, and not only can you create apps for yourself, you can create apps you can sell apps. For people, 2 people who are looking to have apps built. You can actually create apps, free apps, where you can upload to the Google Play Store or anything like that, and allow people to download them and use your app for free, or you can sell your apps on those places as well. I will also have a show on here where you can I would tell you how to, where you can create an app and you can sell it and on a website where people actually buy them to flip them. So let's say you made a specific app for, I don't know, it's anything that you want. Well, I know you can't do it, but let's say you made an app for Coca-Cola, okay? You made a Coca-Cola app. So an app like that, you take it and you put it on these websites, and it's called flipping apps. So people actually will take your app, buy it from you, you sell it to them, and then they have rights to your apps. So you can take an app, you can manipulate it just a hair, you can recreate a new app in about 30 minutes once you have a template set up, and then you can sell that app over and over and over and over and over again. And people are paying, I believe, usually the starting bid is about $500 on these websites. So yeah, with a half-hour work, you can sell an app for $500. So that's the end of this show, and I hope to see you on the next one. And if you're watching the replay, just keep an eye out for the next show. Thank you very much. My name, again, is Troy Humphrey, and I am the owner of appmkr.us, and where you can build your own app.